Well, I've got a silver ship's compass by the wheel in the cockpit, and the little red light, the little LED light, had failed recently, and so I wanted to get another one. I really had trouble here in North America finding who to get hold of to try and get another one, but finally Silver in Sweden put me onto Scott Fryer at Liberty Mountain in Utah in Salt Lake City, and he's very kindly sent me now this new replacement light, a tiny little LED with the, obviously with the wires attached to it, all twisted of course because they're going by the compass, so really important to twist any wires that go nearby, and to stop any problems obviously with the compass swinging in the right way. So I'm looking forward to sorting that out. There was quite a bit of heavy rain yesterday, so I wasn't inclined to go out and do it then, but quite soon I'll be able to get down to that. So that will light up the compass with a nice red light overnight when I'm at the wheel, as occasionally I am. It's always nice to be able to see what the compass is telling you, where the boat is heading. Okay, so that's really good. Thanks very much to Liberty Mountain and Scott Fryer for sending that. That was really kind of him to dig it out and find it. Thank you. One job that I really wanted to get done was to run a cable down from the pole up here down to the down below deck, and having got the GPS unit in recently, that was done. My kind helper Carl here was really useful yet again, and so now I have an independent GPS into the plot. Another job that I've been trying to get done, and I have to say it's taken me a lot of time. The adapter, the USB adapter that takes the card, clearly failed, and so I had a problem until I could find another adapter to take the micro card, the microchip, micro card USB that goes inside. See how tiny it is? Really small. So it goes in the holder here, and then that, if it doesn't go into your computer, then you can get an adapter, plug it into a USB adapter dongle that does plug into your USB port on the computer. But as I say, the one that I had clearly had failed, and also you've got to have a good Wi-Fi connection, which is another problem I've been having. So activate your subscription. Easy, they say. Well, not quite so easy. Eventually, I did get it happening, so I was able both to download a new card, because Raymarine, when they sell you a plotter, you have the option of getting various chart areas, and one of the chart areas that I chose was not one that came on a preloaded card, like this one here is preloaded. So I had to go online and download the chart area, and then on the other ones that I already had preloaded, I was able to update, which is fine when you manage to do it. But it's taken me quite a lot of time. I've wasted a lot of time this last week trying to get that done. Finally, I have, and I have to thank Steve here at the centre, who I spotted. He's an IT guy, and he actually had the tiny little dongle that would take this tiny micro card, SD card. So anyway, so that's another job done, and then the one for Canada and the USA is now sitting in the plotter. I have to say that I'm not very impressed by the Axiom 9 Plus. You have to actually take the plotter out of its holder if it's recessed, if it's not standing on a standalone holder. You have to take it out in order to get to the back side of it in order to change the chart card. So not a very simple thing to do. The Axiom Pro, the bigger one, the 12-inch one, you can do that on the front of the plotter. And on the old ones, on the old E series, the E50 that I had, I was able to change the cards from the front of the plotter. I didn't have to get the plotter out from where it was sitting at the chart table, undo 4 screws. So a bit of a pain that. You can get a remote thing, but that's another expense. And with the big one, the Axiom Pro, since the two of them are connected, I can put charts into the cards into that one, and both plotters will see them. So I'm hoping to get away with that system and not have to take the little one out too often to change the card that's within it. That just takes a single one. The Axiom Pro takes 2. So, you know, we'll manage with that. But that has been a bit of a problem. I'm, you know, not terribly impressed by how difficult that became. Anyway, it's done, finished for the time being, so that's good. Everything's updated as well. The little generator that I've got on board to supplement the solar and wind power when they are not working so well has been giving problems, and so I'm trying to get someone to get that serviced. It really needs it badly. And another job, LED lights, one or two of them, or a couple of them, have been dimming out a bit. I don't know whether they got wet or what, but they needed to be replaced. So here we see a couple of the new ones that I have to replace with the old. And of course I had to get them out and then join them up. The little connectors were again very, very useful. You can see them in the top of the picture there above the right hand light. And here we have one LED light in the corner above the galley being replaced. That worked out relatively well, actually. Access was good, relatively straightforward, so that was good. And here again you can see those two little quick connects. I love those on the really fine wires, really so quick and easy, really, really good. So here we have the light finally in place. Not so easy was the long thin strip with lights in it above the galley. That was quite problematic. I obviously had to unscrew to let it dangle down and then try to get behind it, and I wanted to get to the light right at the far end, which was just not an easy thing to do. But eventually I managed, obviously, but it was a little bit on the difficult side compared with the other light, which was so much easier. But it got done in the end, and now it's really nice to see that strip has been put in place and I've got really good lighting in the galley again. Around that time, I found that there was a big leak onto the, I suddenly found the toilet seat was full of rainwater, and quite a lot of it there, you can see, and then realised that it was coming obviously from above, and I realised it was coming down from the, I've got to have a look at that and sort that out, obviously, quite urgently. Later that day, or another day, I think it might have been the next day, there was a beautiful sunset catching the windows in San Francisco across the bay, and went for a little walk around. There was a coot here that took off rather wary of me, but rather nice sunset as the rain clouds cleared away. Often I can look west straight into the sunset, and the Golden Gate Bridge is in the distance there, so rather a pleasant end to a hard-working day. Well, if you're enjoying the videos, I hope you are. Please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and there'll be more coming up very shortly. Bye for now.